Unanswered University.
Hey there, what's on your mind today? Are we diving into some new mysteries or are there a cool new idea you want to explore for Unanswered University?
Yes, I've been seeing um, posts on social media about Area 51 on fire. Is this correct? What can you tell me about it?
So it turns out there is indeed a wildfire near Area 51. It's called the Gothic Fire, and it started from a lightning strike a few days ago. It's grown pretty large, but it's still bit of a distance from the actual facility. So no evacuations or anything like that. And the officials are saying it's just a natural wildfire. But of course, it's definitely sparking some conspiracy theories out there.
So, let's say it does get close to the base. Where do you think they would first of all, would they remove things from Area 51? Because I know they have all these programs and reverse engineered stuff there. Where would they move it to?
That's always the big question, right? If they ever needed to move things, there's always been speculation about other bases, like maybe Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, which is often mentioned in UFO circles. There's also the Dulce base in New Mexico that people talk about. But realistically, the military probably has a lot of contingency plans in place and a lot of secretive spots that we don't even know about. So it's definitely fun to speculate where they might take all the secret stuff.
Now, if Area 51 is threatened, would S4 also be threatened?
That's a good question. So S4, which Bob Lazar talked about, is supposedly a separate facility not too far from Area 51. If a wildfire got really large, it could potentially threaten that area too, but it's a bit further away. So it would have to be a pretty big fire to reach both places. But I bet they have all kinds of precautions and plans in place just in case something like that ever happens.
Now, now, say they did evacuate these locations. Do you think we would see maybe some crafts being flown out of there, or some reverse engineer stuff that we don't know about?
Oh, that would definitely be a sight to see, right? I think a lot of people would be watching the skies closely if there was ever an evacuation. It's fun to imagine they might have some hidden craft or reverse engineer technology that they'd have to move. It would probably be done super discreetly, maybe under the cover of night or in a way that we wouldn't even notice. But who knows? It's it's definitely fun to speculate about all the possibilities.
Now we know there's many levels underground to this complex. Now, would the levels underneath be threatened by a fire that's on the surface?
In general, underground facilities are pretty well protected from surface threats like fires. They usually have a lot of built-in safety systems, ventilation, and are typically deep enough that a surface fire wouldn't directly impact them. So even if there was a big fire above ground, the underground levels would probably still safe and secure. But of course, it's always interesting to think about what they might have down there and how they protect it.
What's the airline that flies into Area 51? It starts in Las Vegas and the planes are unmarked.
You're talking about Janet Airlines. That's the unofficial name for the fleet of unmanned plane that fly between Las Vegas and Area 51. They operate out of a private terminal at McCarran International Airport, and it's kind of a not so secret, so it's definitely got that air of mystery around it.
Now, if they start to evacuate, do you expect to see these airlines flying out of that location?
That would definitely be something people would keep an eye on. If there was ever an evacuation, I imagine Janet flights would get a lot of attention, and any unusual flight patterns would probably spark even more speculation. So it would definitely be interesting to see if those planes started making more trips than usual.
Yeah. Now, the people who supposedly work in Area 51, we've established that the base is there. We've established that there's an airline that goes there. But now the people that work there, don't most of them live in Las Vegas?
Yeah, that's right. A lot of the employees who work in Area 51 are believed to live in Las Vegas, and they commute daily using those Janet flights. It's kind of like a very secretive 9 to 5 job for them with a bit of mystery thrown in. So they kind of blend back into normal life once they get home in the evening, which definitely adds to the intrigue.
Thank you for the update.
You're absolutely welcome. It's always fun to chat about these mysteries. If you have any more questions or ideas you want to explore, just let me know.